With the Halloween season in full swing, I thought it would be a good idea to go over some of the weapons used by characters in some Halloween-themed films. And I think there's no better place to start than with probably one of the most well-known Halloween movies, Halloween. We're going to go over both the 1978 version and its 2018 sequel. Halloween 1978, directed by John Carpenter, is a classic horror film which is credited with popularizing the slasher genre. Set in the fictional town of Haddonfield, Illinois, the film follows Michael Myers, a psychopathic killer who escapes from a mental institution after murdering his sister when he was just 6 years old in 1963. Now 21 years old in 1978, he returns to Haddonfield where he begins stalking a group of teenagers, particularly that of Laurie Strode. Michael begins to pick them off one by one, all while being hunted by his doctor, Samuel Loomis. Now, if there's one thing you should know about Michael Myers, it's that this fucking guy does not die easily.
Why won't he die?
Bullets for the most part seem to be worthless, but that doesn't stop the characters from still trying to stop Michael with them. So, let's see what kind of weapons have been used by the characters to try and kill the man who very may well be indestructible. Halloween 1978 will be quick, since only one firearm is used by one person in that film. The only weapon used is a handgun by Dr. Loomis. The handgun he uses to pursue Michael is a Smith & Wesson Model 15 Combat Masterpiece. Produced by Smith & Wesson, it's a double-action revolver with adjustable open sights, which chambers 38 special cartridges and normally comes fitted with a 4-inch barrel. Although additional barrel options have been available at various times during its production. Although it's no longer in standard production, Smith & Wesson will occasionally release special or limited runs of the Model 15. The particular one Loomis uses was fitted with target grips. We only see it fired during the end of the film in an iconic scene where Loomis fires all 6 shots into Michael's chest. But he still manages to slip away. Halloween 2018 is a direct sequel to the 1978 version, ignoring all other sequels which came after it. Directed by David Gordon Green, the film marks the return of Laurie Strode and focuses on her ultimate confrontation with Michael Myers, 40 years after the events of the original film. One of the first weapons we see in this film is a Smith & Wesson Model 66, which is used by Laurie Strode. The Smith & Wesson Model 66 is a stainless steel version of the Smith & Wesson Model 19. It's a single-action, double-action revolver which can chamber .357 Magnum or 38 special cartridges. The gun was originally produced from 1971 to 2003, but was again reintroduced in 2014 and has been manufactured since. The only time it's seen being used by Lorie is for target practice at her heavily fortified home. Another handgun seen in the film is by Officer Frank Hawkins. He can be seen using a Zig-Zauer P226. The Zig-Zauer P226 is a semi-automatic handgun designed for military, law enforcement, and civilian use. This gun can chamber 9mm, .357 SIG, and 40 Smith & Wesson. Its magazine capacity is either 12 or 15 depending on the round. It features a double-action, single-action trigger system. The gun is well known for its accuracy, reliability, and high-quality construction. The P226 was a finalist in the US military's XM9 trials in the 1980s. Although it did not win, it helped to eventually get the Navy SEALs to adopt it as their standard service pistol, up until around 2015, when the Navy SEALs began transitioning to the Glock 19. One of the first rifles we see in the film is Lorie's Winchester Model 1873. The Winchester Model 1873 is a lever-action repeating rifle, which is also famously known as the gun that won the West. It became one of the most iconic rifles in American history, being widely used during the late 19th century by settlers, lawmen, and outlaws. Its design and function revolutionized firearms at the time, as it allowed its shooter to fire multiple rounds without reloading after every shot. Over 720,000 were produced between 1873 and 1924. It was originally offered in the following calibers: 4440, 3840, and 3220. However, modern versions can chamber 45 LC as well. The gun can feed up to 15 rounds using its tube magazine system. The shotgun that Lorie is armed with in the film is a Mossberg 500 Cruiser. The 500 Cruiser is a variant of the Mossberg 500 series. It's a highly popular and reliable pump-action shotgun known for its versatility. The Cruiser model is designed specifically for tactical, home defense, and law enforcement, all of which make it a great add to Lorie's arsenal. Some of the Cruiser's key features are its pistol grip instead of full-length stock. However, some versions offer interchangeable stocks and grips, its shorter barrel length, and its high customization ability. It most commonly chambers 12 gauge, although some versions are available in 20, and typically feeds 5 to 8 rounds. We also get a quick shot of Lorie's arsenal, which includes some rifles, shotguns, and various pistols. Even though he doesn't use any firearms, I thought it would be fun to go over Michael's weapons, since he uses a few different weapons for his kills throughout the film. Michael uses his bare hands to kill both the podcasters, Aaron Corey and Dana Haynes, smashing Aaron's head repeatedly into the bathroom door and then strangling Dana. In this same part, Michael also killed the gas station mechanic for his overalls, as well as the clerk by what looks like curb stomping him. Later in the film, Michael uses a hammer to kill an unnamed woman in her home. After taking that woman's kitchen knife, he goes to the neighboring home and kills another unnamed woman by stabbing her in the neck. He uses the same kitchen knife to kill the babysitter Vicky, stabbing her multiple times, and her boyfriend Dave by stabbing and pinning him to the wall. Dr. Sartan, the replacement for Loomis, is killed by Michael after he crushes his head with his foot. While Officer Richards is killed off-screen, we can assume was something quite sharp or brutal just by judging the scene Michael left of him. Yikes. Damn, maybe Michael really did curb stomp that gas station clerk. Well, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe for more content like this one. Leave a comment if I missed any notable weapons, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.